Hey, what's going on, everybody? RAGsmg back with another video. Quick mahalos to everybody. Konnichiwa, ni hao me. Hola, como estás? Auf Wiedersehen and bonjour, oui, to all my international YouTubers out there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this video. Thank you for watching. And quick shout out to tDizzle, Fattie, SMG, Lil Richie. You know who you are. One love always. So I want to call this video, this show, DC Universe Goodness, I guess. I noticed in some of my other videos, in my top 25 and my honorable mentions, I did not have any DC comics. I apologize, YouTube. I did not have any DC comics. And as you can see, it's definitely on my 2017 want list. You know, Demon #1, Forever People, and then I have a Batman Adventures 12. So, you know, definitely on my want list. But I do have some DC comics, and that's what I want to show you now. This is pretty much what I have. And it's not much, maybe, you know, 10, 11 DC comics, to be honest with you. I did show you one in one of my last videos. It was the Sandman 1, DC Vertigo Comics. It was one of my, most favorite 1980s covers in my Dressier comic and things contest entry. So I did show you that one, and then what I'm going to do now is just show you the rest of my DC comics. And without any delay, put that right there. So what I have here is Batman #1, DC Comics, released in 2011. This is the new 52, the new series, Batman #1. Got a lot of hype, and I kind of jumped on it. Big Batman fan. I looked online. There's over 1,000 graded 9.8. So definitely the market's flooded with this particular grade. So do not really see any appreciation, with this comic. But just a collector's piece. New 52 series, Batman #1. Love it. The next DC comic I have is Batman 635. DC Comics, released in 2005. First Jason Todd as Red Hood, Mr. Freeze appearance. So just one of those iconic covers, those first appearances, or first Jason Todd as Red Hood. You never know where that could go. So I thought I'd add this to my collection. I believe in diversification. I hope you guys do too. I have some Image, I have some Dark Horse, some Valiant comics. Hopefully I'll show you some one day. And then some DC comics. So nothing wrong with that. Mostly Marvel. As you can, you could tell. Mostly Marvel. But I do have some DC comics in my collection. Maybe, I guess, 10% or less. So diversify your collection out there, YouTubers. Next DC comic I have is a Batman Vengeance of Bane special, 9.8 CGC DC Comics, released in 1993. Origin, first appearance of Bane. Saw the movie, thought the guy was just badass, just one of those villains. Like, how is Batman going to beat this guy? Thought I'd get the comic. It's really a thick comic. This is one of those real thick comics, if you could tell. Somehow those are hard to get in high grade as far as what I know. But key DC comic to have in anybody's collection. Good to have. So the next comics I've had for a long time. These are probably the oldest DC comics I've had here. There's Superman, Batman #1, DC Comics, released in 2003. Wow, I must have had this, a long time. Retailer Incentive Edition, Diamond Alliance Retailer Summit promotional issue. So just one of those comics I thought I'd have a collabo with, Superman, Batman, and Not sure if it, relates to the movie. I do not think so, but, good comic to have. Glad to have it in my collection. The next DC comic I have is All-Star Batman and Robin, The Boy Wonder #1, DC Comics, released in 2005. Original owner of this comic, sketch cover, retailer incentive edition, Jim Lee cover, Frank Miller story, Jim Lee and Scott Williams art. I'm just a big fan of sketch covers, black and white covers. I don't know. It stands out to me, and when it came out, I thought I'd get it. Big Batman fan. If anything in DC Comics, I'm a Batman fan. I'm sure, I know they have other characters, but Batman's good with me. So glad to have this comic. The next DC comic I have is Infinite Crisis #1, DC Comics, released December 2005. Retailer incentive edition, Return of Earth 2, Superman and Lois Lane, Superboy, Prime and Alex Luthor, Death of Dr. Polaris, Human Bomb and Phantom Lady, 9.8 grade. So yeah, this reminds me of the movie actually. When Wonder Woman appears in the movie and Batman and Superman kind of just stare at each other like, who's this lady? But cool cover, just love the cover, love the sketch, love the characters. Thought I'd add it to my collection. This is not as much as, this is pretty rare. When I looked online, it was only like maybe 50 or 60, graded copies. So this is probably the more rare than in all my DC collection. So before I get to my final three, just a quick shout out to Freddy's 562. I was going through my comics and I saw this and I was like, holy smokes, I gotta give a shout out to Freddy. I know you like that. I'm sure you probably have this already. You have everything else Voltron. I love those toys. Those that's a classic collector's room right there. But Voltron #1, 1985 release, 9.8 grade. I'm a big Voltron fan too. I love the original cartoon series. I haven't watched the Netflix series, so I'm not sure how that is. But Freddy's 562, this cover's for you. Alright, my next DC comic that I have is Saga the Swamp Thing 37, DC Comics, released 1985. First full appearance of John Constantine. So yeah, I read a blog sometime last year, and this was ranked as one of the top 50, I guess, moderns, or yeah, it was ranked. It was on some chart or some ranking, top 50, moderns or bronze or. So I decided to get it. Key piece in anybody's collection, I would imagine. Saga the Swamp Thing 37. My next DC comic is Tales of Teen Titans 44. DC Comics, released in 1984. Dick Grayson becomes Nightwing. First appearance of Jericho. Origin of Deathstroke. So, yeah, I know this has maybe some significance, down the road. So, thought I'd add it to my collection. Somewhat of a recent addition as far as this comic is concerned. And probably the last DC comic so far I have. Hopefully I'll add some more this year. But New Teen Titans #2, released in 1980, 9.8. First appearance of Deathstroke, the Terminator, Slade Wilson. Look at that cover. Nice looking spine. It's in the new CGC case. I like that cover. So yeah, I guess I got hyped on this movie sometime last year, or this comic book sometime last year, and kind of found a deal that I liked, so thought I'd add this piece to my collection. Teen Titans, Justice League, DC Comics, love it all. Love it all. So that's what I have in my DC collection. Somewhat of a short video, I know, But that's what I have, and hopefully I'll add some more. I believe in diversifying your assets, be it the bank or finances or anything, coins. Nothing wrong with comic books. So diversify your collection, collect what's out there, what's popular, what's other people are collecting. So nothing wrong with that. I believe this week I might have picked up some comics. I'm looking into the Black Monday Murderers. I think I saw in someone's video, and Moon Girl. I definitely want to get that, and then some other publishers out there I've never heard of. So a lot of competition out there. Marvel and DC, I believe, are still 1 and 2, but nothing wrong with diversifying your collection out there, YouTubers. And one more thing, actually a couple more things. I talked about this comic book in my last video. I heard Freddy562 has that comic book. I think I saw the video when you showed it, but I didn't know this. Check this out. I remember you was making fun of this guy down here. You called him Essay or Pablo or something you called him, but I don't remember you saying this. Check this out. In August 1999, DC Comics canceled and destroyed this collection due to the controversy over the story called Latia, Learner, Superman's Babysitter, which depicted a baby Superman finding his way into a microwave. Before the recall, however, about 2,000 copies were shipped to the UK, and the issue became highly sought after. Wow. That's a collector's piece right there. Good job, Freddy562. I want to see that. And probably the last thing I want to talk about, I think in my videos, I want to, towards the end, I want to do a flashback. And I happened to bump into this old article here, the 2009 article, Hot Soon Magic. I see a lot of videos talking about this magic character, a Magic, I guess you call it. But Ilyana Rasputin, the younger sister of Colossus, starred in this miniseries which gave birth to her magic persona. With Ilyana taking center stage in the Inferno sequel, Ex Furnace, fans and collectors might be looking to this issue for the start of the character's role in the greater Marvel Universe. This issue is currently a cheap buy, but fans take to the character's return, it could heat up fast. Wow. I think the New Mutants comics are probably getting more publicity than this comic, actually. But Magic #1. Yeah, so just a FYI, that's all. Just a flashback, just to let's reminisce a little bit, and that's all. But anyway, that's my DC collection, and hope you enjoyed it. That's pretty much what I have. I hope to add some more this year, and believe me, as soon as I get them, you will be the first person to know about it. It will definitely be on one of my next videos as soon as I get it. And I guess that's it. As always, collect what you want to collect. But please take care of those comics. Have fun. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your weekend. TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.